The Morphin is one of the most important aspects of Power Rangers, but at the same time, it could be one of the things that makes the series a little childish. I know many will disagree with this, but I'll give you a very simple example so you can understand what I mean. Marvel movies and series are aimed at a more adult audience, and that's the audience they want to target with the Power Rangers reboot, so I'm going to compare it to that particular franchise. We'll never see characters like Iron Man, Captain America, or Thor transform in the same way as the Power Rangers. It's not that they can't transform, it's that they do it in a more serious, natural, or epic way that doesn't feel like something that would only impress a child. For example, the times we've seen Tony Stark transform into Iron Man when he puts on his suit, he's done it in very epic ways and it's never seemed childish. That's why the transformation in the Power Rangers reboot is going to be a challenge, as they have to make the Rangers do it in an epic way, but at the same time not make it look childish. Although the 2017 movie was a flop and has many negative aspects, we should also highlight the positive ones. One of the positive things about that movie is that they made the transformation appropriate so that it didn't look childish, and although I think they could have done better, I think they achieved their goal. What do they need to do in the reboot to make this transformation epic and not childish? One of the things that makes the transformations look childish is when they mention the power of each Ranger. For example, in Mighty Morphin, they mention each Ranger's animal and then proceed to transform. In other teams, they say other words or add other things, but what I mean is that at that moment, the Rangers shouldn't say anything. If we continue to use Iron Man as an example, we'll realize that his transformations always had epic music in the background, and he never spoke because talking only ruins the moment. In the 2017 movie, the same thing happens, the Rangers don't speak, and we only hear epic music in the background. This was something they later combined by showing the Rangers walking in slow motion wearing their suits for the first time. This was one of the best scenes in the movie and is part of the transformation. This is why creating a perfect transformation is important for the reboot, as it can become one of the most iconic moments of the project. Another thing that ruins the transformation is all the movements that delay the process and make it longer or more tedious. Some teams take a long time to transform, and that may be motivating the first time you see the transformation, but then it becomes a punishment. This is one of the things that was improved in a special episode, as some transformations are short and don't waste time throughout the process. The creators of this series knew that the audience would be mostly adults, so they had to modify that detail and couldn't add so many long transformations throughout the episode. Returning to the example of Iron Man, we can see that when he has a new suit or they do an epic transformation, they only do it once in the entire movie, and then the character transforms almost instantly on all other occasions. This is one of the things they can use in the reboot, make the first transformation a little longer, with the whole process and all the epic movements, but then in the other parts of the episode, they should transform quickly. Something I really liked in the 2017 movie is that we could see how the suits were created and attached to each Ranger's body, an effect that looked spectacular. This is something they could add in the reboot, but it doesn't have to be exactly like in the 2017 movie. They can take inspiration from that transformation and do something a little different. If the reboot manages to have good music that inspires fans, excellent special effects, and spectacular costumes, then the transformation simply needs the Rangers to say the one epic phrase.
Right, Morphin time!